Hey guys, it's Deepika here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would be sharing my experiences here at the Vaishno Devi temple in Katra. So stay tuned for further updates and do watch the entire video. We had reached Jammu and had booked a hotel here at the Lemon Tree, and the information is that when we had to reach Katra, we had already pre-booked our cab, but I would suggest you not to pre-book any cab as the driver there had refused to accept that we had given him all the information about our arrival, though we had provided all the details. So there is a pre-booked counter that you can book your cabs. That is much better. So this is actually the tour of the room, and this is a deluxe room with double cot, two cots for two people. So the room was completely spacious enough for two members, and it also had other essentials like a water bottle, a kettle and a mug. So now this is the restroom. Again, the restroom was a compact one. It had a wet area and a dry area separately, and it was not quite spacious, but it was still okay with towels provided, a shower head and other basic amenities. And right at the entrance, we actually have a small cupboard that has been provided. So this is actually the view of view outside the hotel. And it actually is beautiful with the hill right opposite to the hotel room. And if you see through the window, the temple is actually visible. So that is the Vaishno Devi temple that is visible from the room. So this is the entrance to the temple, and the entrance is only with the booking ticket that you'll have to book online. So we had already booked our tickets before reaching Katra here, so we had the tickets and we were able to enter inside the temple. So as I had informed earlier, this particular vlog is not just about the temple but also my experiences here in Katra, and also a lost and found story that I would be explaining in a while. So do watch the entire video where I would be sharing about the instances that had happened here, my observations, and also a story where I almost lost my mother and I was not able to even get in touch with her. So do stay tuned here. Since the counter to book a palki or a pony was outside the temple premises, I had to walk out and have this pony booked and again re-enter the temple. So this particular kiosk is the place where you would be able to buy a ticket, or rather a badge, to board the pony and climb uphill. Well, before we proceed further on this particular video, I would like to apologize that since there was a technical issue with the gadget that I was carrying, the voice has not been recording in the particular camera. So unfortunately, I am having to speak over here. So firstly, my apologies for this. And another thing is that since it was a camera, a DSLR that I was carrying, the image seems a little too shaky due to the horse ride. So my apologies for that also. So hope you guys excuse me for it and do watch the entire video for the content. So after we had booked our pony, this was the pony that was assigned to me. We had started our journey from Katra to reach Kuwari so that we can take an electric battery car from there. So here I was actually explaining as to how uncomfortable this particular ride is and how much I hated sitting on this particular pony to climb uphill. But unfortunately I did not have another move where I could reach Kuwari to take my battery car. My observation was that there are many people who actually take a palki, and also there are people who climb up this particular horse to reach uphill, though they have crutches where they're not able to walk, their legs are broken. So my suggestion would be that rather than having a rusted palki where 4 people are carrying 1 person, it is a little better if the authorities can have wheelchairs arranged so that it is much easier for anyone and more affordable for someone who wants to take it uphill, because rather than one person paying a bomb of about 2.5 to 3.5 thousand to reach uphill, it is always better that a person can just take one person. The health of the person carrying the palki also can be saved, while the person who wants to take the wheelchair up also can actually get it at an affordable price, as it would just be the payment to one person. So just a suggestion, if any one of you feel that this is a worth suggestion, do have this video shared so that it reaches the right authorities. So we had finally reached the Charanpadaka temple here in Katra, and the popular belief of the Vaishno Devi temple is that Mata Vaishno Devi, the main deity here, had tried escaping from Bhairanath, who has said to have been following her and chasing her. So it is believed that he was given multiple chances to get his fault rectified, but unfortunately he didn't. So this particular place, the Charanpadaka, is the first place where she rested and to see actually if the person is still following her. So it is believed that the footprint of Mata Vaishno Devi is being imprinted on the rock slab here. Well, the initial plan to visit this particular temple was via a chopper. I had planned to book the chopper services that is available here in Katra, but unfortunately I was informed that the chopper services gets booked almost 4 to 5 months in advance, and since it was around the Navrathri time that I had visited, which I was not quite aware of, the entire booking was full and I was not able to find a ticket for myself. Since there was only one ticket, I had booked that particular ticket for my mother, and I had to find a way to reach the temple on top. So the story is that I had booked this particular ticket for my mother, where she had already left to reach the temple much ahead of me, and I had planned to take a battery car from Arthkuwari to reach the temple, but the issue was that I had to find a way to reach Arthkuwari from the entrance of the temple here in Katra. So our plan was to either walk or find a pony, but unfortunately, since it was already late that we had reached Katra, we didn't have another option rather to take a pony. So we had hired a pony here, and the prices of this particular pony is already provided to you in one of the clips in this particular video. We had finally reached Arthkuwari, the place where you get battery cars. So the information about battery cars is that you will have to pre-book it. You do have a counter, but unfortunately pre-booked vehicles are given the first preference, and unfortunately, in case you do not have a pre-booking and the vehicle is full, you would not be able to travel up in an electric car. So it is always advisable to pre-book your electric vehicles before you reach the place. So finally, after the hustle and bustle to reach the place and also the long queue to have a cab assigned, we finally got our electric car to reach uphill. And one of the reasons I had initially mentioned about the wheelchair is because I found many old ladies who were as old that their spine was bent but still were walking up, possibly because either they cannot afford the prices for the pony and the palki, or maybe the wheelchair service is not that accessible. So in case someone is actually in need of the services, it would be really helpful for the authorities to have this arranged, was my concern. And also, in case the wheelchair is assigned, the spine of the person carrying the palki also would be saved, was what my thought process was. And these are the first glimpses of the darbar of Ma Vaishno Devi as soon as we climb uphill. Since it was during the Navrathri, the place was completely lit and the decorations were amazing. Every place that you would turn would have a decoration of either an idol kept or a floral decoration. It looked amazing. before we proceed any further, I would like to thank the CRPF personnel here in Katra who were of great help. And the remaining story is that I had reached the Darbar and had my darshan, after which I had approached one of the CRPF personnel here, Mr. Madan, who had tried his best to help me. Unfortunately, after I had my darshan, I was not able to reach my mom as none of the prepaid numbers work here in Jammu. And when we tried reaching our hotel, I got to know that my mom had still not reached the place, which put me into a panic mode, because the time was way past the time that she actually had to reach the place, and I was not quite sure as to what exactly had happened, as I was not able to reach her either. So I would again thank Mr. Madan for actually taking the time, taking the permission from her seniors to walk with me and my friends, and ensure that we reach the hotel on time without any issues. So not just this, after I found my mom, yes, I did find my mom after a certain while, I was told that there were other CRPF personnel also who had helped her to find a place to keep her belongings, and also the way to have the darshan. So my heartfelt thanks again to all the CRPF personnel who are like in that particular place, who are helping others and ensuring the safety of everybody who's visiting that place. So, as per the rule of the temple, you are not supposed to be carrying any baggage with you when you are entering the temple, and also any of your electronic gadgets or your leather goods will have to be left behind. So, in case you have a leather belt or a purse, would not be allowed inside. So, all of this will have to be put inside a locker, which is why I'm walking down here. It was completely packed. The place had many of them waiting for a locker, and I actually thought I would not be able to get a locker, but luckily, yes, I was able to reach the place and get a locker and put my belongings here. So before I leave my belonging into the locker, this is the last nearest darshan of the Darbar that I could capture. So after our checkout the next morning, I had headed towards our next destination, but promised to come back to Jammu and explore it, as it has many places to explore. So in case you like this particular video, do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and in case you have any feedback or suggestion, do leave your comments down below. So hope I would meet you in another vlog very soon. So until next time, stay tuned, stay safe.